Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making use of the garlic scapes that I have remaining from my garden. I harvested these a while ago. They've been sitting in my fridge with the intention of me eventually getting to dehydrate them and make either like a garlic powder or a garlic salt out of them. And I can't wait any longer because they're not going to be good. I don't have a lot left. I gave a lot of it away because I just didn't know what to do with it. I've never used garlic scapes before. I do love garlic though, and I think the most practical use for me right now is to dehydrate them and make a powder out of them. So I found the dehydrator this morning. I'm having one of those mornings where everything goes wrong, nothing goes right, and I'm just trying to go with the flow because what else are you going to do, right? So found the dehydrator. I have never used one before. I don't have one of those fancy new looking ones. This is the dehydrator that we have. It's my husband's actually. He usually makes like jerky out of like the deer meat and stuff that he has. So I've never used one. So my plan, I think, is just to cut these scapes up into just smaller pieces, throw them in the dehydrator, and I'm just going to let it run while I'm at work because I definitely know that I just need to get this project over with because it's just been hanging over my head and I want to get it done. So I am going to run this outside. I know when my husband uses this, the entire house smells like whatever he's making. I love garlic. I like the smell of garlic. I don't want my whole house to smell like garlic though. So I am going to plug this in outside, and it's not supposed to rain today. I'm going to have it under my front porch, so if it does rain, it won't be a problem. Plus my kids will be home, so they could always grab it if they needed to. So I'm just going to get these cut up into smaller pieces. Actually, you know what? I don't even know if I need to, now that I'm looking at it. I have so few, unfortunately, because I gave so many away. So I'm just going to put them on a couple of trays, and I'm going to plug it in outside and turn it on, and I'm just going to see what happens. Okay, all the scapes are in, ready to go. I really hope that since there's so few, this is worth the time that it's taken me and the aggravation to have everything go wrong this morning to actually do this. I think it's worth it anyways just because I'm not wasting them and they're going to good use. So even if I only get a tiny bit of garlic powder out of it, I guess it'll be worth it to me. So I'm going to run this outside. I'm supposed to be leaving for work right now, and I'm still not ready. I'm going to run this outside, probably have to find an extension cord, plug it in, and hopefully by the time I get home, they'll be completely dehydrated. I have no idea how long it's going to take. Not sure. Hopefully by the time I get home today at 4:30ish, it will have been in for a really long time and it will be good enough to go. If not, I'll still have plenty of time in the evening to let it run, and hopefully we'll have garlic powder by the end of the night tonight. Can you hear that? The garlic is done. So it dried pretty quickly once I turned up the heat, and there's not a lot. It's not going to make much, but at least it won't go to waste. So I'm going to take care of these, and then I'm going to take my basket of medicine, essentially. I'm going to wash them and dry them, and then I'm going to get those in the dehydrator and get those ready to dry out. This turned out to be such a great color. It's like this bright green. So there's a little bit of powder that's still left in there. Not all of it is a complete powder form, but I think it's good enough to use in cooking now. I just used this tiny little KitchenAid I have that I've literally had for years and years. I made all my kids' baby food with it. So I'm just going to get this little rest of powder out into here. It's literally, it's not much, but it didn't go to waste, and I got to learn about garlic scapes, which I honestly had never even heard of before. So it was a good learning lesson. If I wanted to make this garlic salt, I could just add a little bit of salt to it. And I love it. I think it was a great learning experience for me. I was just out watering my garden and look what I found. More garlic scapes, which I'm actually really happy about. They haven't quite gone to flower yet. One of them did, but it's not too far along. So now I can make more garlic powder or do something else with it. I think I can make garlic powder though. My daughter and I tasted it and it's actually really, it's not very strong. It's like the perfect amount of garlic and it has like a really nice aftertaste. And I think it would be really good with some salt added to it. So once I'm done with the plantain leaves and the dandelion leaves, I'll do more garlic. My plantain leaves have dried perfectly. Oops. And I'm just going to set them out on a sheet. I'm not going to bag them yet. I'm going to let them sit for the day in case there is any extra moisture left in them. So I will let them sit and then I'll put them in a jar. And today, while I'm at work, I can let the dandelion leaves dry. I just left them sitting out overnight so they could dry from rinsing them. And then I'll get them in the dehydrator. There's a ton of them. I probably should have saved some for a salad, but I think I'm just going to dehydrate all of these and they'll be ready to go for teas for the winter. The dandelion leaves are done now. I turned it on this morning before I went to work and I asked my husband to turn it off before he went to work because I didn't want it running all day long because I knew it would just be far too long. So literally, I don't know, it must have been on for only 2 hours, maybe not even, I don't know what time he left for work. And then I just turned it on for about 10 more minutes and it's completely done. So the dandelion is all done. Now I can get the garlic in there. The rest of the garlic scapes dehydrated beautifully and they are ready for me to get into the food processor and get crushed up into powder form. And I've been using the garlic powder that I made on some chicken with some turmeric and threw it on the grill and it is delicious. Also, this is my dehydrated plantain leaves and my dehydrated dandelion leaves, which was just a bonus for me. And also, I finally caught up with the local honey man, got myself a jar of his honey. So I'm going to be having some wonderful tea this winter, especially great for when you're sick or not feeling well. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these finished up. Thank you all for watching and going on this journey with me of learning how to process and use garlic scapes, and I will see you all next time.